Hey YouTube, this is Landon of Reddit Takes with a short video today, I think. As we all learned after yesterday, Deshaun Watson got only a 6-game suspension, and in the light of things seems to be totally inadequate. However, I'd like to take a different light on things just because I think we need to remember in this day and age how many suspensions have been handed out by the NFL for frivolous reasons. Well, maybe not frivolous. These players that have gotten suspensions before have done things against NFL policy. But in this instance, what Deshaun Watson allegedly did, I'd like to point that out, allegedly, remember, he was not charged in a court of law. That this isn't strictly against NFL policy. Morally it is, if he actually did it, but we don't have proof that he actually did it. In this day and age, as always, allegation does not mean that he did it. Sure, there's a large number of them, but that doesn't mean he did it. Show me some proof. I either want to see proof that this actually happened, or I want to hear him actually admit to it, which he would never do. And unless I get those instances, I just don't see why he should be suspended for a full year. I mean, again, he was found not guilty, or they didn't bring charges against him in a court of law. Now you can argue, I guess, that it was totally not right, that they totally just didn't look at the evidence properly and didn't come to that conclusion, but it's a conclusion they came to. The Texas grand jury came to a conclusion that the evidence that was presented was not enough to charge him with a criminal charge. And it's important to remember that we hail from a bygone era. I guess now the founding fathers believed in innocent until proven guilty, and until innocent until proven guilty is not the bedrock of our justice system. We have to stick to that, no matter how egregious the crimes may be. They need to be proven that he did them. Cannot just go off half-cocked and say and ruin a guy's life. Now, it does kind of come off kind of scummy and all of this, but I mean, it's just ridiculous to just end a guy's life because of a bunch of women said he did something. Maybe he did. Maybe we could someday find out that he very well did this, and if he show me proof that he did it, I'll be right on your side that he should be charged to the full extent of the law. But until then, he should not be charged, and honestly, he shouldn't be given a suspension for this anyway. I mean, sure, NFL has policies against weed, and sure, I think they're dumb. I don't personally agree with the usage of weed, but I guess some people do. But some areas it's just not legal, so I guess the NFL, and it's in NFL's policy against the weed stuff. So, but again, this whole suspension, I think, is overwrought. Now I'll be interested to see how much Alvin Kamara gets, because he was charged with assault for his off-season shenanigans, and he probably should be suspended. Even though as a Saints fan it's going to suck to see that, he's actually charged, so at least the NFL has a basis. But if a player's not found guilty in a court of law, the NFL should not be able to just come out and suspend a player for something the court of law couldn't find that he was guilty of. And I go to the same scenario with Trevor Bauer being suspended 2 years for non-criminal sexual assault, and from what I've read about it, it seems, or I think the woman recanted on the charge. But again, the MLB just had to go on their high horse and say, oh, he should still be suspended. Now, I mean, 2 years is just egregious for something that he wasn't charged in the court of law for. You might as well go to prison in that time if he can't do the thing you love versus something he wasn't proven to have done. I don't think this even went to a trial. I think the woman actually recanted her statement. And just like I said, just like Deshaun Watson, I'm on Trevor Bauer's side. I think he's kind of a D-bag, but he didn't do anything wrong, so he shouldn't have his career possibly ended. I mean, who knows what it'll be in 2 years, if it'll even be the same pitcher. And I guess we can talk about the Calvin Ridley situation. Considering, but again, like I was gonna say, considering in the light of the Deshaun Watson situation, he shouldn't be, Ridley got a year, and Watson only got 6 games, but frankly, I don't think Ridley should really get suspended at all. But again, I think that what he did was against NFL policy, I guess. I don't know. I'm a Saints fan, so I already think Roger Goodell kind of screwed the pooch when he suspended Sean Payton for a year. I mean, I've come to grips with it that he probably should have been suspended for a year, but NFL really doesn't have a moral high horse to stand on with these suspensions. If you want to actually suspend players for this on a consistent basis, come up with a consistent structure. I know this video is already might make some people's heads explode, but I think all the players that I've mentioned specifically shouldn't have been suspended for their purported crimes. The NFL can't just take an extrajudicial motion and suspend players when they were found innocent or not charged in a real court of law. Deshaun Watson may be a scumbag. He may have done all of these things. But again, he wasn't charged, so he should not be suspended for even the 6 games that he got. Same thing in the MLB with Trevor Bauer. 2-year suspension is absolutely ridiculous. And if you're ever wondering, no, I don't believe all women. I believe in evidence and proof. Now, give me evidence that something happened, and I'll be more inclined to believe your position. But, I mean, after what happened with the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation, and then for those out there that like anime, what happened to Vic Mignogna, I'm of the opinion that we need to get back to innocent until proven guilty. We can't just end people's lives because someone made up a hearsay story. We can't ruin people's lives based on hearsay. We need proof. We need definitive proof that you can end someone's life. And even then, it's really not right to do that. People make mistakes, and people should be able to make up for their mistakes. Now, I guess it remains to be seen whether Deshaun Watson is even close to the same quarterback he was a couple years ago. I mean, it's been a while since he was really one of the best in the league since his rookie season, and he's had his ups and downs in the league, but he had a whole year off, so it remains to be seen if he's even half the quarterback he was last year or 2 years ago. And he will be on the field for the Cleveland Browns this year. And Cleveland, I can't wait till that contract situation blows up in your face again. My God, $230 million fully guaranteed is insane. That is going to come back and bite you in the ass. And the sooner you realize it, I guess, never mind, you can't realize it. He's fully owed the money, so I mean, if you can't get out of it with this situation, then you're fucked. Browns still won't win a Super Bowl. Sorry. They have some pieces in areas, but their defense is lacking in other areas. So, yeah, to get back to Deshaun Watson, in conclusion, he probably shouldn't be suspended for the 6 games, but I guess the NFL has the authority to do so, but I don't agree with it at all. They've shown in the past that they really don't know what the hell they're doing when it comes to punishment. They can't stay consistent on anything, and it's just, I'm with every other fan in saying that Roger Goodell sucks. I mean, come up with a definitive streamline of rules. Until you get that, you're always going to have these conversations about whether the player got enough or didn't. Unless there's a guaranteed structure of what indecent act gets what punishment, we cannot expect justice to be fully served. And honestly, again, NFL shouldn't have the right to dole out extrajudicial justice. It's completely wrong. We need to get back to the bedrock of our legal system and innocent until proven guilty. That's all I have to say on the topic. If you happen to run up on this video, give it a watch, like, share, subscribe, comment. Likes are the only thing that help me grow on YouTube. I know it's stupid. I hate begging for a like, but if you truly do like it, give it a like. So until next time, have a great day, and God bless.